What's going on, you guys? So we're going to help you guys fix up your credit today. We're going to get you 10 steps closer to being able to fix up your credit. My name is Mikkel Bennett.
I'm Dominique Bennett.
My lovely wife.
Hello.
So, pile in, let us know where you tapping in from. And today I'm going to give y'all 10 steps on how I was able to increase my credit over 225 points in less than 3 months.
What's going on, everybody? Where y'all at? Let us know. We'll turn that fan on.
So yeah, let us know where you tapping in from, what you got going on this Saturday evening, and where you tapping in and what you got going on. Let me get some music going. A little dry. Birmingham, Alabama, the home of the king himself. Los Angeles, I missed one. New York, Mississippi, okay. Do I want to listen to this?
Lansdale.
Somebody said Lansdale?
Uh-huh.
What's good?
That's hilarious.
That's where I'm from.
You're not far from us.
Yeah. What else I listening to? So yeah, let us know where you're tapping in from. I'm about to give you guys 10 steps on how to fix up your credit, all right?
When you get a vehicle on your credit, does it bring your score down? Initially, yes, it will. But all in all, banks like to see a good mix of credit, meaning like installment loans, which is a car loan, or a mortgage, which is an installment loan. And then they like to see lines of credit, which is also considered credit cards as well.
Yeah, so like when you initially get the car, your score will drop because it's a new account, so it's gonna drop the age of your credit. But after you make a couple of those on-time payments, it'll balance out and it'll be for the good.
It usually takes about 60 to 90 days before it'll really start to be positive for you. But it's not gonna like drop your score like a lot.
So, really quick before we get into everything, we are credit coaches. Myself and my wife, we coach people on personal credit and how to get access to business credit by leveraging their personal credit mainly, okay? That's the easiest way. We don't teach shortcuts. We just get right to it. And we teach you exactly what we did, okay? So, really quick, let me just show y'all some of the results from recently, okay? So what we're looking at here is one of our students who was able to remove a bankruptcy off of their credit report, right? And a collection, right? This bankruptcy, I wish I could read the date, but I think it was
January. She started end of January working on it.
So they started working on this around January 26th, and on March 3rd, the bankruptcy was removed from their credit report, okay?
And that's huge, because a lot of people think that these negative items have to stay on your credit report for 7 to even 10 years, and that's not the case.
Especially the bankruptcies.
Yep.
Especially the bankruptcies. So let me pull up another one. Win. I'm not exactly sure, but this was 2 hours ago. I'm not exactly sure exactly what he got deleted.
They were negative accounts, I remember.
Negative accounts. But he was able to get more negative accounts, so he's just letting everybody know it's possible.
How much is your service? So we don't provide a service. We teach people how to fix credit themselves, and our do-it-yourself program is $97 one time. You also get access to our private Facebook group. It's really a community, like a family, really. It's very positive, and that's where we answer questions daily. Like, we're in there.
I just cleared all of the questions. There were
we probably answered
19 questions today.
We answered anywhere from like 20 to 30, even 40 questions per day.
Right.
And it's Mikhail and I actually answering the questions. So you're actually going to get the answers that you need. But other people in the group as well, like, will get results, and they may comment on other people's questions and let them know what their experience was.
Exactly.
When collection accounts are removed, will your score go up? So it really depends on that collection. How long it was on your credit report for, meaning like what's the history on that account, right? Sometimes when you remove them, it was negatively affecting you so bad that it will increase your score. So it really varies.
At the end of the day, collections, you don't want them on your credit report,
Correct.
period. So if it make the score go up or down, it don't matter, because when the lender pulls it and they see that collection, it
can be an automatic no. Yeah.
So,
for a lot of lenders, it's an automatic
let's get it up out of here.
And you can also replace those accounts when you remove them.
T. Berry said, Equifax won't remove my inquiries. Call them back.
Gotta keep calling.
We have people that posted in the community today. One person called 20 times yesterday to get what she wanted off. Sometimes that's what it takes, and that's why we talk about the mindset that it takes to fix your credit. Because when you pay somebody else and it doesn't get removed, they're not gonna call you. They're not gonna call 20 times.
You have to
The
be
only
persistent.
person that's gonna do that for you is you.
I can't get one off my experience. They a lot, the rest, but not that one.
Yeah, so I mean, you just gotta dispute it. How do you remove inquiries on your own?
Our Facebook group is called Let's Talk Business with the Bennetts, but it's a private group, so it's you're only able to get in there if you purchase any of our products. You get an automatic invite into the group.
Right.
And we monitor that, so people that request to get in there, like, you're not going to be able to sneak in.
You just got to answer the questions. It's the second module in the course. So here's another testimonial. Troy Jackson, he's been a part of the community for like 2 months now. And he said, finally a part of the Amex family. And he said that they pulled from TransUnion for him. So that's good. He just sharing the knowledge that he got approved, but he also gave, people some information like, they pulled from TransUnion. So it's best to do your research before you just take anybody's lender's list.
Right, and he also said, to not just go by what a lender's list said or says. And this is something that we've talked about in the past. We have a lender's list that doesn't have where they pull from, but then we also have other lenders lists that do say where they pull from. But we always say on there that it may vary state to state, and banks can change where they pull from all the time. I know that Chase recently changed where they pull from. So banks are going to change all the time. So you just have to you can call them and ask them before you apply.
How do you remove inquiries on your own? The best way that I found is actually disputing them through the CFPB. Somebody said, what is your Facebook
okay.
page?
Sorry.
Somebody said better to dispute, mail, or call in. So I showed the CFPB method. So you can do that all online, honestly.
So I always say too, like, it's a good thing to do a mix of a little bit of everything. It's good to call because you're letting them know that it really is you that put in the dispute, because there's a lot of credit repair companies that are helping people to fix their credit. And what happens when you actually call and they know that it's you on your behalf, you'll have better results that way. And that's why we really, push people to learn how to fix their credit themselves, because you're going to get better results.
Every time. So you want to talk about this one?
Oh, yeah. So this was on Friday. I actually did a reel on this one. It was pretty crazy. So she was able to increase her score 250 points in 90 days. So the wording that she used is a credit sweep, and I just want to explain that really quick. A credit sweep, in the way that she's explaining it, is it took her 90 days to completely wipe all of the negative accounts that were hurting her credit profile across the board, right? It took that long for her to do so. So some people think that a credit sweep, like, you can do it in 30 days. And yes, you can. It really depends on what kind of collection accounts you have, how many inquiries you have, how much work you're putting into it, right? So that's why we really suggest that when you get into our DIY course, that you actually sit and go through the training. Don't skip to just the dispute process. Like, really sit and go through and educate yourself, because there's a lot of crucial steps, and if you miss one of them, you're not going to get the results that you're hoping for.
So drop a fire emoji if your score was to go up 250 points in 3 months, if that will help you out. And drop a fire emoji if you were able to sweep your credit in 3 months, if that will help you out. Drop a fire emoji to let me know if this is making sense to y'all, okay? So how do you do eviction? So let me show you real quick something. What, Dom? You can talk. Okay, so as you can see right here, it's a little hard, but municipal credit union or whatever, and then right below that, it's actually a public record. So that's how you're going to go about removing the eviction. It's the exact same process as removing any type of negative account. You just got to dispute it. Once you dispute it the right way, using our sauce, then you got a really high chance of getting it removed. And not only, I'm going to be transparent, like, sometimes people dispute things and they're not removed the first time. And this is where most people give up, right? But the thing is, you have to understand that it's their business to keep it reporting on your credit report, because they're making money from it.
They get paid for
right.
it. They're a business.
You have to be able to show that you know the laws and exercise them through written communication or verbal communication, that you understand it, And that's when they help you and remove things off of your credit report. Collections removed went up 6 points. Congratulations.
This is so awesome. Yes.
Yes, somebody said baby on board. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Irene. I can finally talk about it
Yes.
publicly.
I got a 720. What I need to get to an 800. I would need to know what your entire report looks like, but
We don't, and I'll just like reiterate there, like we don't review people's credit reports for them, but what we do is we teach you how to actually analyze your credit report as a credit repair expert would do. So we make you the expert, like we teach you how to become the expert so that you can actually diagnose what's on your credit profile and you can determine then what's needed to get you over that 800.
the best editing tool for letter?
For letters, I mean,
Copying and pasting.
yeah, we just
Copy and paste.
Yeah, copy and paste. Handwriting is also a good tip. Y'all funding bundle exposed what my credit repair guy was doing, but now I get to do it my way, more honestly and transparently, 100%.
That's amazing, yo. That's amazing because
I think Vince commented on one of my, to that guy. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. It was a
That's
woman, I
amazing.
forget, that said something on one of my posts. So.
What were they doing? Like, I that is one of the things I talk about in our funding bundles. I try to alert people or like get you aware of the things that are out there so that you don't waste your money. Like when our funding bundle came out, it was $47 and it's like $123 now or whatever. I don't know, right? Everything's cheap as hell. But it was so cheap, whereas that we paid $1,500 to learn a lot of that information. And then you learn that information and then they were still trying to throw you off to another funding company where you were going to be immediately in debt, which that makes no sense.
Right.
I need all of my money. My family need all of my money. You need all of your money. Your family need all your money. So I'm going to let you know about it and then teach you how to actually go get funding.
Our
and fish
big
for yourself.
picture, like our big goal is, hold on, you're going past that. Our big goal is to empower you. Like we want to give power back to the individual so that you know exactly what you need to do to fix your credit, and then you can use and leverage your credit to go and get whatever you want. Honestly, go buy that house, go get that car, go start that business. And you can start the business now while you're working on your credit. Is your baby due in early or late August? Late August, so probably, because I went late with both of our other boys, I'll probably be a September baby, or it will be a September baby, which means Virgo. Mikhail's a Virgo, my sister's a Virgo, my mom's a Virgo, so pray for me.
I got twin brothers that are Virgos.
Yep.
All right, we read that one.
And I'm a Gemini, so I can handle it.
Someone said long story. I feel you, Vince. No problem. Bring them up on live. No, I'm not gonna bring them up on live. How can we set up a one-on-one to break down the late payment removal? I can point you to somebody who can do that for you, who can do a one-on-one for you, and it'll be a lot cheaper than my one-on-one.
Thank you.
And they're really good. All right, so yeah, let me actually share one or two more testimonials with you guys. I showed you the public record being removed. Let me see, and then one of my last favorite ones. Let's get to that. Okay. Now.
Can't even see what it says, but we know.
You
Over
can't-
112,000.
Oh, so somebody was able to get over $112,000 in total funding,
Yeah.
right? And they were able to do it from a couple different places, but I'll tell you, two of the main banks was DCU. They were able to get over $40,000 on a car loan and over $22,000 on a personal credit card.
Yep.
And then they were able to go to Truist Bank, and they were able to get a $25,000 personal credit card and a $25,000 business credit card.
Yep.
This is all done by cleaning up your credit, understanding what it takes to get funding, and then building a relationship with the institution you desire to get funding with.
And we also teach you how to really create your own plan, right? Because everybody's credit is different. Everybody's goals with their credit are different too. So we give you all of the tools that you need so you can literally write up your game plan on what you want to do before you actually go and execute. Like, you don't want to just impulsively go and apply for a credit card. You want to make sure, like, you know what you're going to do, with that credit card. You know where they pull from. You want to make sure that you actually have a plan in place, and that goes for
Yes.
anything.
This is the last testimonial I'm
What's
going
up,
to share, and I'm going
Anthony?
to get it to the Yami. So, right here, another person said, wow, the sauce is working. More inquiries and collections. If inquiries, I didn't see no fire emojis like that. It must not. Oh, wow. There's. Oh, okay,
there
okay,
they are,
okay,
there they
okay. So if you were able to remove inquiries and collections off of your credit report, would that be helpful? Drop some fire emojis if that would be helpful for y'all. I'm talking about the credit letter from y'all bundle. The late payment one. Yeah. So we still don't offer a one-on-one to talk about the late payment. I'll let you talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, we do offer 2-on-1s, but they're $300 for 30 minutes, and the
Right.
reason being is because we really
Our course is DIY, so like
it's do it yourself. But we focus on group coaching, is what I was going to say. Like, we have a Facebook group, a community where we're able to help everybody. Because there's a lot of questions that you might have that have already been answered, or there's a lot of questions that you have that,
Who's that, Tony?
it's my sister, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of questions. Hi! Sorry.
yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. Tony, hold on. I'm on live. I'm on live. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, so you're going to be better off getting into our Facebook group and asking questions.
I have 14 inquiries removed, but my score hasn't budged. That's interesting. They might have been very close to falling off then. And then, depending on where you're checking your score at.
Do you recommend Navy Federal? Yes, 100%.
Yes.
And what do we need to be able to join Navy Federal? So I have a pinned post on my page that will help you.
Certain banks easier to get. Yeah, so like banks that are easier to get higher limits like that are going to be your credit unions, your Navy Federal, your Alliant.
Yeah, and it's
your
because
DCU.
they're relationship-based banks. Like, credit unions are more relationship-based.
Mhm.
So the bigger relationship that you build within them and the more time you take to build that relationship, the more money that they're going to give you. Because they want you to stay with them.
Apple gives out decent limits. Like, the thing is, a lot of times you won't get that high limit off the bat. You have to kind of get those medium ones. So, like, when you get the Apple, you get Chase. You know, those, what's another one? Discover. Like, even though Discover is not going to give you a $20,000 limit right off the rip.
Right.
But now that you have that, now you can go to those other banks and they will give you a bigger back. Okay, the fire emojis are coming in. Alright, bet. So, let me just give you guys 10 steps to how I was able to increase my credit score over 225 points in less than 3 months really quick, okay? So, number 1, I took the dreadful step of actually pulling my credit report, right? For years, I didn't look at my credit until I was like 30, okay, you guys? Didn't look at my credit, didn't understand what was going on whatsoever. And this was a big problem. And then when I started reading my credit report, it was all mumbo jumbo to me. I can't tell you how many YouTube videos I looked up on how to read a credit report. So after all of that, I became able to read a credit report in my sleep, basically, right? And I give you guys that same mindset and knowledge inside of our course, all right? So that's number 1. Most people, they think they understand what's going on, but they don't because they haven't really looked at their report. And they haven't gone over it with somebody who actually can tell them what is going on it, right? It's one thing to look at it, but it's another thing to know. Number 2, I updated all of my personal information, including my old addresses, my old names, and my old employers, right? I think my middle name was misspelled, I guess. My middle name is McDonald, like McDonald's, right? And it had an A, and it's supposed to be MC. So that ain't me, and I was able to get that removed. One of the fastest ways for you to get personal information removed is by calling. But you're not going to have that much success when you call if you don't truly understand the laws that why they shouldn't be reporting it on your credit report. But it doesn't hurt. A lot of times, I called and got slapped in the face and got, to learn this. Like, I called the credit bureaus multiple times to get through to them. And I will find out who I needed to talk to, what I needed to say. I mean, the very first time I called, I couldn't even get through to the department because I couldn't pass the verification test. They're like, oh, is this it? Which one of these accounts do you think is yours? And they would tell me, and I would hit, what I would press is, I don't know, every time. Right. What I realized is you need to be able to guess one. You need to be able, you need to know one of them.
Right.
You can't put this isn't me to all of them, or none of these pertain to me to all
Or
of
you
them.
won't be able to get through.
You won't be. You only need one. Okay.
What do you mean with the longer the relationship with the institution, the better? So I was in banking for 16 plus years, right? Most banks want you to have a bank account. They want you to make deposits. They want you to pay your bills. They want you to get a debit card. They want you to get bill pay, online banking. They want you to come in and make a deposit, withdraw money, transfer money, go to the ATM, right? Just all the normal things that you would do with a bank account. So when I say like the longer the relationship, the better, meaning before you apply for credit.
And why do they want you to do that?
Why do they want you to build the relationship?
Yeah,
Because
why
they
they
want to
want you
make
to
sure
do
that you're actually in it, right? They want to make sure that you're legit and that you are somebody that they can trust. And in order to gain trust with somebody, you have to build up the relationship.
The more likely you're using that institution for your regular things, like you're using the ATM, like she said, you're making deposits, you're withdrawing all the time, it's less likely for them to think that you're just going to get the bag and be gone, or get the bag and go start building with another bank and get another bag.
And if you have a job, like that's great because you can utilize direct deposit as well. A lot of companies out there like that use like ADP and things like that, you're able to split where your money goes. So you just have to reach out to HR, let them know, like, or you can log on. Like I think I used to be able to log into ADP and then they would just approve it. And I would be able to, I used to have my paycheck split between multiple banks because I was looking to get funding. So I was building relationships. And what happens when you have direct deposit, like that bank now sees that you're getting direct deposit from a job. You're getting a paycheck.
Steady.
Which means it makes you less of a risk to them, right? Because banks are all about risk. The less risky you are and the more that you can prove that you're less risky, the better.
Right.
I have all late payments. So late payments can be funny. It really depends on how many late payments you have, how long ago they were, what were the circumstances that you were late, right? And the reason I say circumstances is because like COVID just happened not that long ago, right? It was a few years ago now, but still.
They could have been from them.
Right, and like the late payments, like were they more than 2 years ago? Because what I always say is if they were more than 2 years ago, they might not be negatively affecting you. So you have to determine that by process of elimination. So get rid of the stuff that was more recent first and then go back to that account last. Seen a video about what Congress passes about taking things off my credit report.
So yeah, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. That's the law that we use to be able to help people to remove things off of their credit report. Like Congress put that law in place to help protect us as the consumers against creditors, right? Because anytime you have a report or you have an account that's reporting on your credit report, that company is supposed to have a signed disclosure from you saying that you're giving them consent to furnish your private information all over, right?
And even if you do sign anything, that is just you signing, giving them permission to pull your credit to see if you qualify. That doesn't mean that you're giving them permission to provide that information to a third party to hold it against you.
Right.
Basically.
So when you call them out, like thousands of our students have done, that's how they're getting negative accounts off of their credit report.
How you win is by having evidence, and knowing your rights. Like that's how lawyers win cases all the time. The more evidence that they have and the more laws that they're able to use and other cases that they can use in their, comparison, like when they're stating their case, right? And providing evidence to the jury, like that's what you're doing ultimately.
So as you can see, account removed. That's how we did it. He literally just uses our sauce, and he's able to. This was actually a child support account too, which I think is crazy. I don't judge anybody. People got things to get off their credit report that's not supposed to be on there. Sometimes people I don't have child support, but people have child support things on their credit report, whereas that it's reported inaccurately, and it's hurting their reputation, and it's stopping them from being able to move forward in life, and nobody deserves that, right? Just because of a credit score, okay?
Right, and I also feel like, even if you have child support stuff on your credit report, like, that doesn't mean that you're not helping to support your kid. And
right.
It shouldn't hold you back from being able to take care of things. Like, if you can't get access to credit and get approved for things, like, how are you going to be able to support your child? How are you going to be able to set a good example for your kid? you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing now. Good. Build those relationships.
There's another person who, I'm not sure where his score is right now. Dang, I can't see it good. I gotta get better pictures.
It zooms in too much.
I gotta get better pictures for y'all. I got y'all next time, I promise.
What step are we on?
We're in step number 3. You can read it.
So, read step number 3. Oh.
Sure.
So step number 3 was he froze the secondary reporting bureaus so they could stop sharing his information with creditors and the credit bureaus. This is usually how they verify accounts you've been disputing.
Okay. So to summarize that, you want to freeze the secondary reporting agencies. Now, when there's ARS, Sage Stream, Innovis, what's the main one?
Check systems.
Check systems. A lot of these secondary reporting agencies, they house your information. So when you actually dispute something or you go and apply for something, a lot of times they're not pulling it from they're pulling it from these secondary reporting agencies.
Mm-hmm.
This is how they're verifying your accounts, right? Mm-hmm. So what you want to do is you want to opt out. You actually, as a consumer, have the ability to say, hey, I don't want y'all to share my information.
You have the ability, but you have the right.
The right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The choice.
And this is how you are able to, this is another way to help get things removed off of your credit report. The whole point is you want to make it as difficult as possible for them to verify anything.
Yep.
Right? And so cleaning up your personal information, freezing the secondary reporting agencies, this is going to make it more difficult for them to verify things, okay? Mm-hmm. Number 4, I made a detailed list of all of my negative accounts and my positive accounts, right? And I started attacking the most of y'all probably call them credit bureaus, right? I like to call them credit reporting agencies because that's what they truly are. But I started attacking each of the 3 credit bureaus, right, individually. So I had a piece of paper for TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, and I would write all of the negative accounts on it so that when I went to go make my disputes, I had everything already right there. I didn't have to be looking at my credit report. I had a list, right? Getting organized is one of the most important things you can do in this journey.
How do you recommend we freeze second reporting agencies online or send a letter? You can do either, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, you can do it online.
Goal is to just get it done.
Yeah.
So whatever that means to you. Do you have a special law to use to remove inquiries? So not even just laws, but we have an entire 72-hour inquiry removal guide. So it's step by step through the whole process.
And yes, you do, Irene. You do want to not opt.
No.
You don't have to unfreeze the secondary bureaus. You just want to make sure you're.
So you want to make sure that TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian are all clear. Like you want to make sure that you don't have like a fraud alert on there or anything, because if you go and apply for credit, they're going to immediately deny you. Okay, and you're still going to get that hard inquiry, unfortunately. So you want to make sure that you unfreeze those. As far as the secondaries, the only one that you really want to make sure that you turn back on if you do freeze it is check systems. And the reason being is a lot of banks use it when you go to apply or open a bank account, right? So you want to make sure that you have that off or on, whatever. Where's the best website to pull a full report? So there's multiple websites. The one that we personally recommend to our students is Identity IQ. But what's the other one? Like MyFICO, I think is another one.
I only look at Identity IQ.
Yeah, we only.
Experian.
I just know that there's other students like that have
Experian.
used other.
Experian's
yeah.
like the easiest. It's like the second easiest to read.
If you get Experian and get the upgraded version, you can get all 3 of your reports. Now you're not going to get daily updates on all of them, only on Experian. But if you want daily updates on Equifax and TransUnion, then you can use Credit Karma to get the dailies.
All right.
But I would go by the scores that are on Experian.
So number 5 was I sent in disputes using my sauce that I created, right? And to remove those negative accounts, and I tackled each bureau individually. So typically I use the consumer law and the CFPB website to dispute things, okay? And I dispute per bureau on the CFPB website. I let them know, hey, there's an inaccurate account being reported on my credit report. Please delete it. Simple as that, right? And I do that for every bureau and everything, pretty much. Like there's so many more ways, and we teach you so many more ways because you do need to be equipped with them. But I'm just telling y'all how I did it for me, okay? And I documented this inside of our course. Number 6. Don't waste too much time going back and forth with the credit bureau. Study the laws, build up evidence for your specific case. So a lot of times people might do something and the credit bureaus or something might respond with something like they're ignoring them or just something real wild. And people will get down. But in reality, that's just more evidence for your case because you're going to be able to display that they ignored you. They're not supposed to ignore you. Paying for or getting FICO to monitor. So, do y'all recommend paying for or getting FICO to monitor your scores? So, we recommend that you get Identity IQ. DM us the word free class so that you can take our free class, okay? The free class is going to give you a lot of good information, next level, and then get access to our course because that's going to, I should share it right now, like a little bit, but I'm going through this checklist. But the course, you're going to get like a college level education when it comes to understanding credit. And then you're going to be able to decide, like, yes, you should definitely always have credit monitoring, always. Mm-hmm. And you'll understand why, because it's easy for me to tell you yes or no. But if I can get you to understand why it's important, then I'll feel a lot better. And I'll make a bigger impact on you and whoever else is around you. All right. I answered those questions. So yeah, number 6 is don't waste too much time going back and forth with the credit bureaus. Build up your evidence for your case. Mm-hmm. Even if it's a late payment. A lot of times people just want to get the late payment off. That does not really work like that. A lot of times you need to go through all of the steps that we talk about. So a lot of times every month I'll post a video that says use these 2 or 3 laws to remove late payments from your credit report. And under that video, I'll put a sequence of steps that you should follow. Now, inside of our course, I break down all of those steps. Number 1 is you should contact them, like call them, right? One time I was able to get a late payment removed from my mom's credit report, and it was an accident. My mom never missed a payment in her life. But it was an accident, and the card didn't process. So the next month, and this was with PayPal, the next month, she was going to pay it, and she noticed the late payment on her report. So what I did was I called PayPal, basically held the payment hostage, let them know she wanted to make a payment, but there were some late payments on her file, and we wanted to know if we could get those reversed. And they were like, yeah, sure, she never missed a payment before. We'll go ahead and as soon as you make this payment, we'll go ahead and process and get those reversed. Problem solved. Now, the key thing in there is she never missed a payment before. So a lot of y'all want late payments removed, and I'll tell you a way to get them removed, but you got too many. You ain't been a good customer. Keep it a bean. Mm-hmm. So in your case, you might need to remove the entire account. That's okay. You got to start over. You can replace that, right? You messed it up. Now, you might have to go through all of those 4 steps. The first one is calling. Then you might need to communicate with them via mail, via email, whatever it may be. Go through all of the steps. Then there's also something you can do called a billing error dispute that you can actually send a letter to the company based on your statement. So if you get in statements, which you should be, because they're hiding things from you. This is why they try to get you on paperless statement. You should be getting a statement. When you get a statement, on the back of that statement, there's something that's called a billing error dispute. It has all the contact information for you if you want to file a billing error dispute, because no account should ever be reporting as late, okay? So that's what you would use in that billing error dispute. Now, if you do all of those things and it doesn't work, then you might want to go ahead and dispute it with the consumer law. If that doesn't work, then you got to remove the account. But you got to exhaust everything and you need to build up your case. Like if you send them a letter and they didn't answer you and you called and they didn't help you, that's a part of building up your case. Mm-hmm. So that in the future you can say, hey, I tried doing this, and they ignored me multiple times.
Mm-hmm. I saw that somebody asked if you could remove an inquiry for an open account. Mm-hmm. If you do that, you're going to risk losing the account. And we've had multiple people, actually like people that fix credit that have accidentally done it for a client and then ended up closing out an account. It was a complete accident. But it's a pain in the butt to get that account back. Like, you have to write a letter stating that it was a mistake. Like, meaning the client would have to write the letter stating that it was a mistake. You have to send in forms of identity. and it's just like a big mess. So you're better off just leaving them and waiting the 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
If I get your course, can I get my late payments off? Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you, so how our course works is if you work, that's how it's going to work. So if you go through our course step by step and you apply what you learn, then yeah, you're going to be able to get those things removed. But if they're late payments that are a lot, like a lot, you may be better off removing the entire account. Because if you have 4, 5, 6 late payments, you can certainly try, like a goodwill letter and try to get them off first. Because we always say, like, go that route first. Like, really try to get them off by calling, like, the billing center of the credit card or the creditor, and really try to get those late payments not deleted, reversed, okay? If that fails, then you may want to look into just removing the account in its entirety. So you will be able to get it off some way or another. If you can't get the late payments removed, then you'll be able to have this. You'll have the steps to remove the account entirely, and you can always replace that account.
Same person. All
right. Hi, y'all. Hi,
What's
Tim.
going on, Kim? Somebody said, "What is the actual website to purchase the course so I can refer some people?" Hey, he got some results for himself. He's telling the whole community. That's crazy. Yeah, it's that crazy. We have people that sell hundreds of copies of our courses per month because it's so powerful. It's helping so many people. It's hard to really break it all down to you guys on live and give you the experience. You have to experience it for yourself. Fixing our credit has completely changed our life. And then being able to fix our credit and being teachers and educators, we've been able to help thousands. It's kind of crazy to think about, but we really envisioned this. And just yesterday maybe, one of our students said, she was able to, this is the person I showed y'all, she was able to get $112,000 in funding. But the crazy part is, nobody really cares that, it took her 20 days to clean her credit. People don't be talking about, what all did you go through? How many things you got? She had to clean off collections, charge-offs, inquiries, student loans. Everything.
And she documented her entire process in our Facebook community.
Everything.
There's so much value that is in our Facebook group. We don't delete anything. You can literally keyword search in our Facebook group, and you'll be able to get solutions to a lot of your problems just by being in that group too.
I just have so many testimonials. Let me actually finish up the orders.
The orders?
The order upstairs.
What step are we on?
Number 7.
Right.
So number 7 was I learned to utilize the CFPB. So the CFPB is basically
they're the only bureau.
Yeah, they're the only bureau, and they're a communication portal. They help you to communicate with the credit bureaus or with the creditors, right? Anybody you need to communicate with when it comes to consumer relations, that's who you can talk to, right? Now, another tip that I'll give you is I also learned how to utilize the Attorney General website pretty much the exact same way as the CFPB. So with the CFPB, you can literally go on their website, and if you hit submit a dispute, you can literally just put exactly how you being violated. You can choose it. Now, we show you the exact route that we took and the route that's been working for thousands of people, but you can get creative and saucy and just really go look at it and be like, okay, this is the issue I'm having, this is the issue I'm having, and this is who it's with. And then you're done. And you just created your own sauce. I'm just showing you the sauce I created, okay? So number 8, when it comes to hard inquiries, I found the best thing was submitting your disputes, waiting 24 hours, and then picking up the phone, and then calling the bureaus to expedite the disputes. So I think it was last week, Dominique reposted a video of her actually going through this process and the results. We had called. So I think I submitted the online dispute. Dominique called the next day. And then, so I think it was a Monday when we did it. So Sunday I submitted the disputes, Sunday night. She called Monday evening right before dinner. And then we ate dinner.
It's after I got home from work.
Yeah, and then we ate dinner, and then she got the alert that the things were removed off of her credit report, the inquiries, right? So that's what I found out. Like, yo, if you submit your online dispute, wait 24 hours, call, good chances.
You got denied a business account because you used a virtual address. So there are other places that you can actually get virtual addresses from. Everybody's different. Like, I've been using iPostal for years and I've never had issues.
Mm-hmm.
But some banks give people issues. So there's I think Regis is one that gives you an actual location. I believe Opus does as well. Is it WeWork? I think there's one called WeWork also that gives you like an actual office location as well. So you can use that. What I do for virtual address is I only use the virtual address when they're verifying my business, and then I ask them to please make my mailing address my home so that I receive all mail at home.
Yeah,
And that's just because I was in banking and I know that you can do that.
If you saw my video yesterday about like the business credit play, I don't even really tell people about getting a virtual address anymore. Like, I mean, from our own experience in testing, it's not necessary. Like, you might get less, but it all depends on, like, if you have a great credit score, that's like going to be the number one thing they're going to look at. But all the other stuff is secondary. So it's like, it's all relative. But like, if you can go and amend it, like you can go and amend it and put it back at your home address if you want, and then go back to that bank and then you can amend it again and change it again. It's just a lot of different things. But you have to find the banks that are willing to work with you. And that's really going to be the winner.
I can submit dispute. Hold on, you just went past the question.
Okay.
I can submit the dispute from the Experian app. I mean, you can if you really want to. That's not the method that we teach. And I don't really know
I've
what
never
kind
done
of
that.
results that you'll get that way.
Not sure.
You may get results, but
Not sure.
that's not what we teach.
What's your
I have a
question, Six Mirror?
You already asked your question. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, June said he was.
A virtual was approved. Keep trying. Yeah, see, everybody has different, situations.
Like,
so,
Key Bank doesn't like virtual addresses, they say.
Right. KeyBank wants you to use your home address, but yeah, like I have like Business American Express, Business Capital on Tap, Navy Federal, and I've used my virtual address for all of them with iPostal, and I've never had an issue.
And people scream iPostal is the
Hard
worst.
money lenders, I've gotten money like I've gotten like well over $100,000 from just one of my businesses.
Are you talking
Using
about the
virtual
FCRA? Yes, FCRA.
Fair Credit Reporting Act. What is the steps to what? Regis, yes, Regis is one. I do hear that some people don't like Regis, but again, everything is different for everybody, so you got to go out there and just experience it for yourself.
We got approved for a lot of business credit using iPostal. That's the only one we've ever used. Like, we learned business credit from the Bella Sloan Academy, right? Like, Haitian CEO, whatever. Like, we went through, I learned personal credit, and then I was like, damn, all right, our credit is good. Let's get ready for this business credit. So we took the Bella Sloan Academy, and we literally just used exactly what we learned. Like, people will pay, $15,000, $2,000 to go over there and learn and get the exact same information. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, we just followed the blueprint and it worked.
Explaining the Fair Credit Reporting Act, like in what sense? Because basically, to sum it up, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, was passed by Congress, and it's basically your rights as a consumer. So when it comes to your credit and the things that are reported on there and what is fair to you. So we really break it down within our Credit Essentials bundle. Like, Mikhail and I have studied it. Now, we don't know every single thing because it's a lot, but the things that our students have used, like, we've fully broken it down for you and put it in layman terms. But then we also say, like, you should go and study it for yourself as well.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of
so
like
the way
summary.
you get the explanation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the things that are important, DM us the word credit and go through our free class. When you get towards the part where we break that down, we break it down like the laws, like, okay, if you got a collection, charge off, late payment, these are the laws you use.
Irene, the thing is with disputing online, they say that they don't have to answer in 30 days. Yep, Exactly. In the description, so most of the time they end up giving you an automated eOscar response, automatically comes back verified most of the time. Exactly. So it can actually like lengthen the process of your dispute. When I'm doing Magic Eraser, you showed us, do I have to have my secondaries frozen? Yes, that is what we teach. So, and that's what other people have done and have gotten the results. So yes, I would do that because there's really no need to not freeze them. And you don't have to freeze the hundreds of them that are there. You just have to go to the PDF that we provide and freeze those. Info is fire. Thanks, Irene. Yeah, there's a lot to consume. It's like 63 plus lessons. It's a lot. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, look, she said the Facebook group or the Facebook page is helpful also. Dom always responds. Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. I responded to 19 today.
Mikhail does a lot too.
I do the weekends.
Yeah.
I do the weekends. No, it's like we take breaks. Like, she'll do 2 days in a row and then be burnt out. Then I'll do 2 days in a row.
It's a lot. Because a lot of times we're answering like the same question.
Same question,
and over.
Irene. Like,
Yeah.
it's people like, oh yeah, so where do I go to start fixing my credit?
And the
It's like,
and that block letter, like people are like, oh, what does this mean?
yeah, or the people, they won't read the response.
We get that all the time.
Like some guy, like, it's not a bad comment, it's just, it's tedious. So what is the actual website to purchase the course so I can refer people? I mean, dang. You can fix your credit.com. What is it?
What is what?
What is this?
As in-
What website is this? Oh, the text code.
Yeah, they just need to get a new phone number.
Okay. So simple.
She said, I know you always work together. I always get Dom. Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's always me.
Oh, man.
Not always.
But yeah, it's all good. We really just try to help people on their journey. Like somebody stuck with the text message part where they're trying to get their number verified. And, imagine not having anybody to be able to access it to. I mean, that's what we're here for. All they need to do is send it to a different phone number at this point. Send it to your mom number, your kid number. So the site we recommend is Identity IQ. You get a trial, a $1 trial for I think a week. So you can look at your credit report for $1 and look at the whole thing. Like look at all 3 bureaus. I wish I could. Like, if you get my course, you'll be able to, like, I literally go through some of my old clients' reports that allow me, and I obviously blocked out their info. But I would literally go through and read a credit report. Can you pull it up real quick? I can pull it up.
I wasn't listening. I was responding.
No problem. Let me show you. All right. That more or less. Woo! Phone hot, boy. All right.
Oh, it's your phone.
Let me turn it around. Alright. Hold on. I gotta clean my... Alright, y'all. So look. This is the inside of the Magic Eraser course. This is the #1 DIY credit repair course in the world. And it's like the main thing you get in the Credit Essentials bundle, right? But as you can see, it's 64 lessons. We're your instructors, okay? So this is how it works. First, we're going to educate you on credit. We're going to get you in the right mindset to actually win because most people aren't coming from the right mindset. We're going to help you to just get organized and all those things, right? And then we got a whole section. Is my mouse dying? Not now.
You're not. It's because you're not over here.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So now we got a whole section called Mastering Personal Credit, right? The foundations of personal credit because most people want to fix their credit. But the truth is we weren't educated on credit. So how in the hell are you actually going to be educated on it?
How are you going to be able to fix something that you don't understand?
Yeah, so like we want to educate you on it, right?
Yes.
Then we help you to get organized. Understanding utilization because most people are trying to remove negative things off of their credit report, but their utilization is also hurting them so bad.
And I just want to say that, click on that real quick, because I just want to say that these are not like ebooks. It's not words. You're actually going to see Mikhail, myself, or both of us together. It's because you're turning the music up.
Just relax.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying it's because you're turning the music up. But it's going to be either Mikhail, myself, or both of us in the videos.
Yes. So let me see. Let me fast forward a little bit so you can see. You see? So like we go through everything. We break down everything to you literally as if we were in middle school, okay? As if we were in middle school. Like I literally pull out the calculator and break it down to you by numbers, okay? And then when it comes to disputed negative items on your credit report, which is what most people are so excited about, but in reality it's really the fundamentals. But removing negative items on your credit report using the consumer law. So remove negative items on your consumer report. So as you can see, we're in here reading the laws for you, right? And then,
All right, guys.
we put together all the templates that you need to be able to use. So like we break down the law, we read it to you, we create the template, and then we give you the template, right? And then what happens if you dispute something and it comes back verified? Well, we have a whole section. Okay, we have a whole section, like many different training videos on what to do, what laws to utilize, all of that when something comes back verified. And then all of the templates that you need are always to the right of the video. Or if you're looking at it on your phone, because there's a little app that you can make it into, then the templates will be all the way at the bottom. So we got that, right? Alternate dispute method. This is one of the most popular ones. Again, the 2-week collection removal. We had somebody who literally had they had a collection come back on their credit report, and they're like, I don't know what to do. They're like, I forgot. I remember. I got the Magic Eraser course. He hopped in, grabbed the 2-week collection removal method, sent that collection back to the company with an invoice, and within a few days, they removed that collection right away. Okay?
We've got letters.
We got extra letters for you.
We even have, if you go down, there's the late payment removals, and then we have miscellaneous dispute letters. We also have building personal credit, like after you're done the fixing process, actually how to build your personal credit back up, and things that you can do, okay? What your credit report should look like. Can you go back?
My bad.
Yeah,
I just want to see that it's video based.
yeah.
It's not a bunch of ebooks that y'all gonna have to sit there and be bored. Like, yo, y'all need this education. Might as well come get it. Where are we at?
All the way down.
Late payment
Keep going.
removal.
Keep going.
Building
Like,
personal
we put
credit.
a lot of time and energy into this course. This is not just something, thrown together. Ow, you're hurting me.
My
Your
bad.
chair is digging into
And
me.
the business credit section.
Yeah, so we also have like a business building,
Can you go back up real
building
quick?
business credit section. What?
Applying for credit the right way. A lot of y'all don't know how to apply. Y'all don't know what to do. So look, preparing before you apply. Applying for credit cards. Applying for business credit cards. What are fintech business credit cards? Done for you funding program.
Yep.
Right?
That.
What is business credit? How to set up your business for maximum funding.
Sorry.
What is that? How to leverage your personal credit to get approved for business credit. Building business credit separately. Come on, every single thing you need to know.
Bankruptcy removal guide.
Bankruptcy removal guide. Check system template.
Yep, there's a bankruptcy removal template, and then we also offer bonus live classes as well. So any live classes that we do, going forward, you're going to get access to those as well.
Right. All this is $97, you guys. Like, hold on, let me flip it over. $97 is obviously too cheap. Everybody that gets it, we got people that are in the credit repair space. They get access to it, and they're like, yo, why are you selling this for $100?
Yeah.
Like, we don't care. Yeah, charge-offs is the exact same way. You delete charge-offs using the basically the negative account removal section.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So we was able to hang out. We gave y'all some game. Did I do all 10? I got to number 8. So there's 2 more left.
You did that.
To be continued.
Oh, yeah. What?
To be continued.
Really?
My phone is hot as shit.
Oh, okay.
To be continued, y'all. So look, if you DM me the word credit, so this cover. Yeah, exactly what I just showed you is what it covers.
Yeah, it does. But we also have a business credit bundle as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes even further in depth and lets you know exactly what you need.
If you think that's sauce, imagine what the one that's solely focused on business credit is. Just all trainings on business credit. Like it's us. Like we just sitting here with the cards in our hand, breaking down what we did to get them. Number 9 was add credit builder accounts. That was what?
Your guys' course is fire. I'm 3 days in. Thank you.
Appreciate you. 3 days in. So you 3 days in. How far down the list are you? Like, are you on the mastering personal credit, or you disputing? Where you at now? I just want to know, like, just so I can get like a.
So step number 9 is that he added credit builder accounts like Self and Rental Karma. Just put it back on. Yeah, let us know if you can hear.
Ah!
Yeah, look, you hit something. I remember that.
That doesn't fix it. Like, I could probably fix it, but that doesn't fix it.
Hit mute and then unmute. See if that works.
Where's that at? Can y'all hear me now? Can you check on your phone? I got it, y'all.
That we're back.
All right, bet.
Okay.
Where was I?
You were talking about
Credit builder accounts. Okay, yeah. Rental Karma allows you to report your rental history, and I think that's one of the biggest hacks. Like, if you can report your rental history, if you have at least 3 years of rent, like living at one place, it'll grow your score a lot. But any positive payment history that you can add to your credit report is always going to be positive. Okay. Someone said she fixed it. LOL.
Told you.
LOL, man. Y'all killing me. What's the other ones? And then the last thing is we got added as authorized users from my mom's credit, okay? So I educated my mom on credit. She never missed a payment in her life, but her scores were still in the low 600s. Reason being, because her utilization was out the wazoo. Because she thought that as long as I make the payment, I'm good. But she didn't understand that once you over any utilization, it's going to affect the score. So let's start working on paying down all of the balances on these cards to as low as possible, right? And sometimes it might have been a card that was only $200,
right? And
she didn't even know,
for like Lowe's or something,
or Kohl's or something.
Yeah.
So when I educated her on that, now she felt more comfortable to add me as an authorized user onto some of her cards that she had that had been over 10 years, 15 years, like Care Credit, Lowe's, where else? JCPenney. You know, everybody mom got the department store cards, right? So she added us to a lot of those, and that instantly boosted our credit score. Mine and Dominique's, okay?
Y'all know anything about getting unflagged from banks to open accounts again, asking for a friend? Yeah. So if you are flagged by banks, that just means that you're being reported on check systems. So that means that you probably owe another bank money, and it could be from like a long time ago. So what you want to do is you want to get your actual report from check systems so you can figure out exactly what it is. And once you figure out what it is, you can reach out to that bank and see if there's anything that you can do to rectify that. Like, can you pay them back? Can you settle with them? Because in doing so, you can get a letter from them, or they may be able to report on your behalf. But I always say get it in writing, okay? Because that's your evidence. And then they should be able to take you off of check systems. Or you can take that letter with you saying that you paid that debt off and take that to the bank that you're applying for, right? That you're trying to open a bank account for. We used to do that. I was in banking for 16 years, started off on the retail side. And when we would have somebody that would come up on check systems, we would tell them like, hey, Bank of America is reporting you on check systems or whatever. Like, you need to go to that bank, settle with them. If you can bring a letter back stating that you settled the debt, then, we'll be able to move forward. Because the thing is, banks can override what check system says, right? It really depends on why are you on check systems. So if you're able to fix the problem, then you'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm in college in South Carolina. I want to grow my 605 credit score to a 775 and or higher, which I do. So there's a lot of different things that you can do, but one of the first things you can do is DM either Mikhail or myself, the word credit, and you can get access to our free credit masterclass.
Oh, and that's going to be your first step.
Yeah. That'll help give you a head start.
What else did I want to talk about before I go?
That's it, though.
I think that's it.
For the list.
That's the whole list, you guys. Irene said Magic Eraser course. That's what's going to help you.
Yeah.
Facts. What does it mean credit cards authorized user says terminated? Can I still dispute them?
If it said terminated, you probably aren't on there as an authorized user anymore. What I would do is I would call, like, if it's with Capital One or something like that, call them directly, tell them, you know, you were previously an authorized user on this credit card. You're looking at your credit report. It says terminated. However, the balance is reporting on your credit report. So I would either get it removed or, like, I don't know. I would just see what's going on with that. But I always pick up the phone and call people. Like, don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call.
How crazy is it?
Me is what I meant. Yes, it's Capital One. How did I know it's Capital One? Like, that's just crazy.
How crazy is it to... All right, go ahead.
Yeah, but definitely call Capital One. For sure.
So I talk all the time...
Hola, what up?
I talk all the time about, like, how I was able to increase my score 225 points in 3 months. But just think about this person here was able to do 250 points in 3 months. So it's getting even better.
Bankruptcy I've been trying to remove for 2 years. I have court letters been removed from LexisNexis. They're refusing to remove it. Should I send to CFPB?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. I'm turning 27 next Monday.
Use all that evidence.
My own business and get different grants and loans with credit. So we don't focus on grants so much. But if I was to go out and get grants, like, we can teach you how to start your business. So if you haven't registered your business yet, we have a course that shows you not only how to register your business within your state, but everything that you need to get in order to qualify for business credit, right? That's called our Business Setup Masterclass. Then if you're looking to build business credit, our business credit bundle will be really good for you too.
Hola.
Hold on. And get different grants.
I can't giggle.
So, no, let me finish what I'm saying.
I can't giggle.
Let me just finish what I'm saying. So, the grants. There are other people out there that talk about grants, but if I was in a situation where I needed a grant and I already had it from somebody, I would go to something like Fiverr.com or what's the other one?
Upwork.
Yeah, or Upwork.com, and I would look for people that can write grants, like professional people that I can pay to write a grant for my business. I just saw your 7-day credit clean class.
DM us the word credit. We don't have a 7-day credit clean class. Our course, some of our students have been able to clean their credit, remove things in under 7 days. So that's most likely what you need if that's what you're looking for. I said 255 points to be exact. Let's put respect on that 5 points. Facts though. Is that everything?
250.
She said it is 250. No, it's I can't go that fast.
5 minus 5 is 0.
See, Ola? That's why I wasn't even trying to press it.
I did it on a calculator when I was like doing my real the other day.
She already did the math.
Yeah. Because it was confusing me too. Because I was like, wait, is it 255 or is it 250?
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
All right. So, yeah, if you're new here, you guys, listen, if you're new here, you just tapping in, what you want to do is DM me. When I say DM, that means message, not comment. Message me the word credit or message my lovely wife the word credit. And that's going to get you access to our free credit masterclass. It's a 35-minute long class. You're going to learn some of the laws that you can use. You damn sure going to learn a lot of the mistakes to avoid. And then you're going to get in a position, in a mind state to go and start cleaning your credit.
Mindset.
Mindset. It doesn't matter.
Any recommendations for what?
Anyways, y'all. So my name is Mikkel Bennett. I'll see you guys at the top. Definitely not from the top. This will be continued. I gotta go deal with her, y'all.
No, we gotta go pick up our kids.
I gotta go deal with her.